So let's begin today's session. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschyate Deshutarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityanand Shri Advaita Gadadara Srivasadi Gauravakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yam Bravajantam Anupetam Krityam Dvaipayuno Virahakatar Ahujava Putreti Tanmayataya Taravo Binetuhu Tam Sarvabhutam Mrudimunimanatosmi Yaswanubhavam Akila Shrutisaramekam Adhyatma Deepam Atititirshtam Tamondam Samsarinam Karunayaha Puran Guhyam Tam Vyasasunam Upayami Guru Muninam Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Grimyat Kripatmaham Vande Shri Guru Dinataranam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mishwaram Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So a warm welcome to all of you once again for this wonderful session, Science of Bhakti Yoga Part 21. So we have been going through a lot of discussion in this in these sessions, more to deal with how to build up our inner character, personality, our all the good qualities, as Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. So that is what we are more discussing. Science, basically, science is to decipher the knowledge. So not just simply accept a belief or some kind of faith. So it always it's with the backed up with the lot of the principles, lot of the practices. So we have to understand when in the Bhakti Yoga is not simply a kind of ritual where you come to temple, you simply chant, you go to do some service. No, but what is the real thing which we have to develop before doing all those things? What kind of mental status? What kind of thoughts? What kind of feelings? What kind of the inner the whole the picture which should have before we perform such activities also very much important in Bhakti Yoga. Otherwise, just like our parents, our relatives, our elders, anyone, they also taught us how to do bhakti, right? We are going to temple, do some pradakshina, do some namaskaram. So many things we have been doing right from our birth, right? But we don't feel a genuine interaction with the God or genuine relationship with the God, genuine connection with the Lord. It's just as a part of ritual. Every day we get up in the morning, put some, clean the altar which is there in your house. That is also a great thing, that our parents have taught us that we have to take bath every day, and because in some other community they don't take bath every day, even though they're in India. Like some communities they don't take bath in every day. So take bath every day, be fresh, and immediately after taking bath, what to do? You go to the altar of your house and clean that place and bow down, offer some agarbatti, light a lamp, switch on the light and things like that, right? So since we have been doing from ages, right from a birth, there's no kind of, but still we don't feel connected. We don't feel really, no, that Lord is there. Let me have faith on Him rather than have faith on my abilities, my thoughts, my the my own way that no, I can we generally think like that. We generally think that I can solve my problems. So let me think how to solve problems. Rather than depending on the Lord and just keep going on with your normal activities, we always get disturbed about how to solve this problem or that problem. So why at all that bhakti which is taught by our parents, our elders, our society, Hindu society, has not really taught us, has not really brought about a change in our inner self, saying that let me do my duty and let me do my duty with peacefully, with all concentration, rather than even while performing my duty, I'm always disturbed because how to solve this problem, how to solve that problem, why he's thinking like that, why she's doing like this. So we always get always disturbed. We always will be in chaotic condition in our minds. So why our bhakti taught by our elders has not really given us this hope, given us this uh, a kind of mental strength, and why at all we have to do this the puja or the activities which are taught by our parents, which has not really helped us bring about a change in our hearts, have more confidence, have more faith, and have more understanding that karmanya vadikarasya mahapaletu varacham, Krishna says. So let me do my duty peacefully, concentrating it, and have develop a taste in what am I doing rather than simply do for the sake of doing. Just like when you go to office or we be having some relationship with some people, where we talk and all those things. For the sake of a thing, we just talk, just like with the neighbors. And see, to give an example, we may not talk as intimate like with our relatives to the neighbors, right? So we have the intimate relationship, close relationship with our relations or relatives, or our own parents, our own cousins, our own siblings. But that kind of closeness is not there with the neighbors or with our office friends, or some other friends, Facebook friends or photo friends, those kind of friends. So that kind of a relationship is we ourselves demarcate this much relationship, that much. So in all our relationship which we going through in our life, we always struggle hard to keep up a good relationship, a good face. Yes, I'm a good person in front of you. Then you want to put up or show up that I'm a better person. But internally our relationship becomes different, right? Especially with our relatives, especially with our in-laws. Uh, Generally, I've seen the in-laws, whether it is a husband side or is a wife side, husband thinking about their in-laws and wife talking about other in-laws. So, as a social norm, as a social the status that we have to maintain, that we go to the relatives' place or for their celebration or birthday party or some Graha Pravesha or some other celebrations with their family, we go there. And it is not a genuine relationship. Sometimes we don't have. It is all just a lift. Just like we put some decoration on our face to make us look more beautiful. But we know what is our real beauties. So why I'm saying this, recently it so happened because of Brahmotsav festival is very hectic. It is of a 12-day program, and morning to evening we have Havan, Abhishekam, and Alankara, and so many things running up and down here and there. Generally, what happens, we all get into a different mode. After 3 days, 4 days, see, 1 day festival, okay, 2 day festival, okay. But 3 days very difficult. None of us does 3 day festival in the house, right? Ugadi, how many days we do? 1 day. If Ugadi is for 12 days and all the family members demand you for doing Puran Puli or Obatto every day, you can't do that. Or every day you can't have a feast. So thank God that we have festivals once or twice in a month. So if you just imagine the stress and the anxiety level and the kind of the pressures which one undergoes in organizing a festival. And behind that, all the devotees who are working so hard to make this whole festival look very beautiful, and people enjoy it. People take good experience of Krishna Bhakti and help them grow, cultivate in the spiritual life. And behind this, there's a lot of devotees working day and hard, in and out, day and night. One incident, it so happened, I just want to share with you. Since I was having few devotees with me. So three, four pujaris were there. They are also older devotees, probably some 10, 15 years old in ISKCON ashram life. And though one incident it so happened, one devotee came late. It just happened yesterday. One devotee came late in the afternoon because morning we had hectic schedule of the Homa, and after that Kalyanotsava. Then again evening we had to arrange the Tepotsava, and we have to arrange Dwajavarohana arrangements and items, things moving here and there. And many of the assistants, they are very new to it. They don't know anything about it. Everything has to be taught and made them aware about the whole thing. So it so happened, I one devotee came late, and I explained to him. I just said, "Why did you come late?" And he said, "Prabhuji, I was in washroom. I was taking some. I was in washroom." He said. Then I said, "It's fine, but I told you before itself, well ahead of time. That I told you that you have to be at 3 p.m. at this place, and you are coming at 3:45. And what is this?" And then he said, "Sorry, Prabhu, sorry. I was the afternoon. I had a good prasadam, lot of prasadam I had, so that's why I could not make up to come at 3:45. So sorry for that." And one more devotee also added, "No, you should have come at right time. Why simply, just the small talk happened." And immediately, I immediately something came in mind, and I said, "See, when you know that you should not, that you have to come at so and so time, and you know that if I eat more, it will be difficult for me because body becomes very heavy. So you should have avoided. Just like the four of us, actually, the four of us didn't had lunch. So it's like just like four of us, we didn't have lunch because lunch prasadam. So because we have to do service, run here and there, so that our body also could cooperate like that." And that devotee immediately took to his heart. He never spoke anything. He was a great devotee, wonderful devotee, amazing devotee. He never expressed his inner feeling. He immediately felt something that I have done a mistake, and he took it to his heart, and probably God might have offended, like that. And that devotee, he did all his work, what all his duties was there, he just did it, and just went back to ashram, and he sent a message saying that, "Sorry, Prabhu, my mind is disturbed. I'll not be able to spend the whole the other evening, the second part of the evening, because we had some pravasam prokshana and winding up things and cleaning things and so many things." So similarly, so then he did not respond to the mobile, and I sent one devotee to his room also in ashram, and he went there and he said, "No problem, my mind is disturbed. I want to take some rest." So then I got really looked back and said, I thought about myself, oh, probably I might have hurted him. A simple thing. What happened is just is in actually you should have been careful while taking a lunch. You should have taken a simple lunch or no lunch, or you would have avoided lunch so that you could have continued service. That's all. That was a triggering point. See, that's what I'm saying. An earthen pot. An earthen pot, once it is broken, it is reusable. It can't be reused, right? Even if we manage to put all the broken pieces of the pot together, and still it will be very difficult to handle, right? It is not usable at all. Somewhere it will be leaking, somewhere things will be happening. So once an earthen pot is broken, it is broken. It's not it can't be used anytime. So similarly, relationships are also it's like a pot, this earthen pot. It's very so we should be very much careful about our sensitive dealings with some anyone. It may be our close relative. See why divorce happens, why there's the brothers fight, the sisters fight, why the parents no, they fight each other, and with the children and things like that, our relatives, our colleagues. It is a simple thing, an insensitive dealing. Insensitive dealing can cause someone's heart, breaking their heart, and causes some big chaotic condition in someone's heart. So, what we need for a relationship to be very sustainable is what we have to really think about. Isn't it not intriguing, right? Thinking about this. Because I was just thinking, just like in your family, you all have your husband, your wife, your children together, staying together. Now children are very young. Yes, you can reprimand them, you can scold them, you can chastise them, whatever it is. They have because they have dependent, and they know that you are doing good for them, and that's what they take it positively many times. But when they grow, when they start earning, when they have their own job, have stood on their legs, and the ego will be something different. And after they marry, they have their own family and things like, you can't deal like how you used to deal. You can't deal with them how you used to deal like the children when they were children. You can't scold, you can't, you should be more sensitive, isn't it? They also, so parents also become more mature. How to deal with our children now because they're married and have different family. And you'll be more conscious, cautious, and you'll be more sensitive in your dealings with with so this kind, isn't it? So we have to really think about how our relation, so that changes over a period of time. But what I'm saying here is that we need to develop any damn relationship with which can sustain for whole life. And that effective communication is what we have to learn. Krishna says that wonder beautifully he says. And that is a binding force, that is a binding material for holding a relationship together. What? Communication. Effective communication, proper communication. Which tone you say, which mood. That mood part we'll discuss later. We'll first discuss about the tone which you talk, because words play a very important role in our interactions. Words, the words, what we talk, whether it's my wife or children, every day. It is every day morning you get up, how you talk, how you deal with the things, whether you're in office, whether outside anything. That is very important in our relationships. It plays a pivotal role, important role in our interactions. So we can either make a relationship or we can break a relationship. So when we have become mindful of what we talk, it helps in our positive relationships. But if we have a harsh, your speech is very harsh, and is definitely it disturbs our relationships. So that's what Krishna very beautifully explains. Krishna explains in 17.6, beautifully explains. What is that? He emphasizes this very important principle, because we have to live in a society, in a community. Yes, we have to practice Krishna consciousness together. We have to live peacefully in spiritual life, right? Not that you all come to ISKCON and we have started different ashram, and you live. No, you're a family man. We all just like our ashram also have to deal with the emotions of many devotees, and but at the same time I have to live together. I can't say I will give divorce and I'll go. Huh. So, what Krishna emphasizes is how to culture the communication skills. So, Krishna says, Anudvegakaram. Krishna says, Anudvegakaram Vakyam, Udvegakaram Vakyam. So, he says the Anudvegakaram Vakyam. So, you have to speak in such a way that it doesn't becomes Udvega. So, Anudvegakaram Vakyam Satyam Priyahitam. So, Anudvega Priyam Vakyam Satyam Prihitam Karat. So, what is Krishna is saying? Vakyam. Krishna speaks about the Vakyam, the speech. Anudvega Karam. What is Anudvega Karam? It should be completely free from causing distress or anxieties or agitation in others. Anudvega. Udvega. Vega means talking, is also saying. Anudvega means it should be completely free from all agitations. That kind of speech it should be. So then Satyam, Priyahitam, and also truthfulness. Truth has to be pleasant and it should be beneficial, both Priyam or Hitam. Satyam, Priyahitam, Chayat. Satyam, Priyahitam, Chayat. We know we should be truthful, but Krishna is saying Satya should be Priya and Hita. To give an example, I like sweets. Okay. So it is Priya. But if I eat 4 rasgullas or 10 rasgullas or 20 rasgullas, it is not hitam. So it should be Priya also, it should be Hita also. So please understand this wonderful principle here. Krishna is a Satyam Priya Hitam Chayat. So it should be pleasantful also and beneficial also. Then that is a real truth which we have to do. So you have to mold our speech in such a way that so that we enjoy our relationships as a wife, as a husband, as a children, as a colleagues, as a neighbors, as a best friend, whatever friend. So please understand this because positive kind of words will encourages people and empowers people. And that is what Bhakti Yogi has to practice it. Positive words should encourage, should learn, we should work upon ourselves that I speak something which empowers someone or encourages someone in his duties. And that can attract relationship. So that is one wonderful point actually we have to keep in our mind. Because to give an example, I was reading this Ramayana. So Ramayana, you can just see this wonderful pastime of how the Hanumanji. So he flies before flying. So we know that when Ravana kidnaps Mother Sita Devi, and everyone goes in search when Krishna comes, when Krishna, sorry, Ram and Lakshman, they come to Kishkinda, and Sugriva, he agrees to help them, and Wali incident, all those things finished. Then after the 4 months, everything finished, rainy season finished. But then Sugriva, then he says, then okay, now he will send all the Vanaras. So he sends all the Vanaras across all India, everywhere, here and there. They could not find Mother Sita. Finally, Jatayu, so his brother who was there, Sampati. So they meet him. Then Sampati says that he was very old, and he says that this he was Sita is being abducted by Ravana, and she is there in his Ashokavatika. So then what happens? Then all started discussing. They were near Rameshwaram. They were all discussing about how to go there because that was ocean, the big ocean. So there was Jambavan, there was Angada, and so many others were also there. They were all started discussing about their abilities or their talent, their strengths. So who can cross the ocean and go to the Lanka and again also come back? Correct. So then, when everyone started discussing about that, then everyone was saying that they were expressing that many of them could express that we don't have the confidence to really go and come back because that was 100 yojanas. That is, I said 100 yojanas. Basically, it is of 8 miles or something like that. So the all were dejected. Practically everyone dejected because some monkey said that I can jump 10 yojanas. Other monkey said that I can turn 50 yojanas. And Angada he came and told no, I can jump 100 yojanas also at once and at one leap. I can jump, but I can't come back. I'll be tired. I can't come back again. I'll be doubtful. I'll not be able to return. So then everyone was dejected, despondent, and they didn't know what to do. Then the Jambavan, we know the story, right? So Jambavan said, that, don't worry, Hanuman is there and he's fully capable, he's very powerful. And he is the son of Vayuputra. And he is equal to Garuda. So nothing, you don't have to worry. So he is the best of all Vanaras. So don't worry. And he is the one who can really go back and do this job and come. And because he is the one who has got, and he goes, Jamban goes to the Hanumanji and he revives what he had forgotten. Because the previously we know that story also that all the devatas had told that whenever the time is required, you will remember, you will get all the strengths back. So then immediately, then when this Jambavan he revived his all memories that he is great here, the Lord Brahma, he is got boons from all Brahma and Indra and all those things, and he's very invincible and no one can stop him. And then Hanumanji he gets really charged up, and the Jambavan start praising him more and more. Hanuman, that you have so much of strength that you can even go to the whole world. You can rotate many times. So he started motivating the Hanumanji, and immediately Hanumanji also got charged up, and he took a gigantic form. He started and he leaped towards the ocean. Right, we know that story. So here there's a genuine well-wisher. So Jamban is nothing that he has to take from this. He is a genuine well-wisher who identified someone's strength and is trying to inspire him, trying to encourage him. So what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say here is that genuine appreciation, it encourages and empowers someone's strength. It's a genuine from the heart. And at the same time, there is a fault finding, it only disempowers, or discourages, or weakens one's determination, right? So that is the thing, what we have to really think about here. And even the previously also we were discussing about the Dhruva Maharaj. So on the contrary, we have to see here, the contrasting here. When the Dhruva Maharaj, when his own stepmother, when he wanted to sit on his father's lap, and his stepmother, interrupted or prevented, and she said that you're not qualified to sit on your father's lap, and you are born from the unfortunate woman. And if at all, if you want to be sitting on your father's lap, you have to pray to Lord Vishnu. You have to pray to Lord Vishnu. And in your next life, when you are born as a son in my womb, then you will be qualified to sit on your father's lap. Small child. And even though the Suruchi with the rude words, insensitive words, with all hatredness, with all anger, with all enviousness, in their heart, when she expressed it with all that sharp words, rude words, insensitive words to small boy. And Dhruva's heart also got sort of agitated. His tender mind got disturbed. And he became vengeful. Actually, vengeance and lots of vengeance. Actually, Bhagavatam says he was like a hissing snake. So he becomes so vengeance. He had so much of vengeance towards Suruchi, that he developed an ambition that, okay, let me attain something even no one has attained, better than my father also. So we have to understand here pleasing words. So pleasing words, here you may say that, you may say that, Prabhuji, it is good now. With a vengeful heart also, Dhruva was able to achieve his goal. But we have to understand here very importantly, she told the name of Lord Vishnu. You have to develop a relationship with Lord Vishnu. You have to meditate upon him. And by his blessings, when you leave this body and take your birth in my womb, then you'll be. That's what he said, right? So, yena kena prakarena mana Krishna Sivana. That is different. But in our daily dealings, we'll not really think about Vishnu or Krishna, isn't it, right? A vengeful will not say, you pray to Lord Vishnu, then you'll achieve. We generally don't say that. So, here on both sides, yeah, the transformation has happened. So pleasing words has brought about a best in someone else, and harsh words also brought someone worst in someone else, because he has to leave home, he has to leave all the comforts, he has to leave all this weather. Actually, it is great that in 6 months he was able to see Lord Vishnu. But what in the other case, just imagine, he has like Hiranyakashipu, thousands of years he has to worship Brahma, and still is not worship. He was small, 6 months he was able to achieve. But just say, imagine the years after year, 6 years or 16 years or 60 years, he was out with Vishnu. Then what would happen? It's difficult, right? As a Rajakumara, he is suffering a lot. He has left everything. He has left relationship and he's taken so much hardships to achieve something. So yes, generally what happens in someone is trying to flatter you, someone is trying to appreciate you, uh, not a genuine appreciation, flattering, flattering. Definitely, the flattery has some extra calories in us. We get extra calories even though we don't intake any extra food. We get extra calories if simply someone appreciates us. Just imagine if someone comes and tells you, Hey, you're looking very beautiful today in this dress. What has happened? Or someone you'll meet someone after some long time, and they say, "Oh, what is this? You have become so beautiful. Yeah, I look so you're so charming and so attractive. What is this happened?" So they say, "Ah, no, no." Then you become so bodily conscious, isn't it? So yes, flattering has, but we have to understand in every flatter there's a selfish interest in it. Please understand. Only a selfless person he genuinely appreciates is only because of the seeing the goodness in them, or the as a well-being. I'm not saying every appreciation is a flattery. I'm not saying here, but I'm saying that many of the appreciations are flattery. Why? Just because it is they have some selfish interest. So, but whether it's a genuine appreciation or is a flattery, but it adds on some extra calories or extra energy in us, that itself it shows that we have to forget about, let's discuss about the genuine appreciation later. But the simple appreciation of someone also, even if it is a flattery also, that adds on different calories in us, or encouragement is enthusiasm in us, or some thrust, or some power in us, isn't it? So very importantly, we have to think in what kind of words we have to choose when we talk with our people, with our people who are around us. Is very much beneficial, which also which is truthful and also is beneficial. Is what Krishna says. The hita, isn't it? Priya and hita, isn't it? So let's decipher this. What is a priya and hita, isn't it? So let's, if you take this whole of the Hanumanji leaping and crossing the ocean and going to the Lanka. That time, what happens after Jambuan appreciated all the glories of Hanumanji, and Hanumanji himself, he expanded to many. He expand himself to a big size. And that time, Hanumanji, what happened? He started encouraging the despondent monkeys. And don't worry. So he wants to bring some encouragement and enthusiasm in the monkeys who are completely lost in themselves. So then Hanumanji, he started appreciating about his own strength, that I can go to the Mount Meru 1,000 times. I can do Pradakshina and come without even pausing. And I can go to entire world, I can circumambulate. I can circumambulate. I can circumambulate the Garuda Dev 1,000 times when when he is flying. So all these things he explains, and that gets thrilled. Hey, we have got a leader. If all monkeys, if we see that their leader, just like our Modi ji, if he has been honored in some other country with some the civil medals, highest civil medals, then we also feel elated, right? Where we are very nice. Oh, we have a good leader, isn't it? So people are appreciating, because different countries are appreciating. Wonderful that we have got this such leader. So similarly, Hanumanji wanted to bring a positive transformation in everyone's heart by instilling some faith, some confidence, and encouraging words. He's not a, you should not take it in a sense of what audacious he is, what he eventually he got energy, the strength, and he is expressing himself what the strength he has. The always atheist will speak like this. But we have to see other part of Hanuman when he went to the Lanka, when he meets Sita. So what happened when he went to the Lanka and met Sita? His tone was completely different in front of the Sita, because he wanted to he wanted to encourage even Sita in different way. He could have told that, oh, no monkeys no monkeys were capable of jumping here to Lanka and to save you. Only I was capable, and only I came. No, he did not tell that. I have the so much strength to go around the Meru so many times, around the Garuda so many times. I can go around the world so many times without any pausing, without any stop, without any break. Only I am capable. He never told this to Sita Devi. But what he told to Sita Devi, he reassured her, her understanding that don't worry. He said that there are many, many monkeys who are equal to me, or many, many monkeys who are superior to me. And they will all reach Lanka easily. Don't worry, we have found out that you are here now, just now. And that's how they have sent an inferior person, messenger. Who does a king send a messenger? He's a normal sipai, right? He's not a general. He's not an army chief. No. So a simple the sipai will be sent as a messenger. So I am very inferior person. They have sent me as a messenger here, and like me, there are so many of them, thousands of them, and superior to me, there are so lakhs of them. So don't worry. And just imagine when Hanumanji, when he boasted himself in front of all the Vanara Sainya, and completely he is different here. He is say all his prowess and everything what he explained to the Vanaras, and he's downplaying his own prowess here after crossing the ocean to Sita Devi, that to give hope to Sita Devi. So it seemed to be contradictory, right? But in both cases, Hanuman's purpose was what? Hanuman's purpose was to encourage. Hanuman's purpose was to reassure that don't worry, because the people were despondent. They completely lost the hope and faith. What will happen to them? So that is the quality of a mature person. So we should focus on not simply on the truthful words. Yes, we should be truthful. Yes. But also we should be practical. We should be beneficial. You should be sensitive. And you should be a well-wisher. So very importantly, we have to understand sometimes when someone is showing boastfulness in someone, showing his power and things like that. But also we should see the other side of the person. So he is boasting himself out of the free from false pride. And that encouraged, that gave confidence to the discouraging hearts of the Vanaras. Because it was genuine, because it was free from false pride. And because of the free from false pride, even his boastfulness helped the other parties got encouraged and they got hope. So we have to understand not simply being truthful, but also it should be Priya and Hita. Because on the both sides, Hanuman is saying this side and they're saying that side is contrary. So, so that we have to understand that insensitive speech, unsensitive speech, that we have to practice when there's a delicate situations in our life. So how to encounter such situations, and how to develop a proper communication skills when what have to be told and what have not to be told. How much and how much and when and how. Because even if it is a positive news, it was just example, as a positive news, and you're trying to convey it in an unpleasant way, harmful way, and it definitely creates a negative impact. Just like you say that, oh, you got a car. Oh, very nice, beautiful. So if you say in different tone or different thing, they're envious because they don't have that car. And it is positive news, yeah, obviously, but you're conveying in an unpleasant and unpleasantful manner. Just like you have built a house, a Graha Pravesha, or someone comes who are very envious of you or something like that. Oh, so beautiful house, yeah. This, oh, people will say like that. So then, positive news, yes, but you're conveying in a different manner, negative impact is there in there. On the other hand, if there's negative news, if it is communicated in a very sensitive way, uh, and people accept it more, that is more important. So we have to learn to communicate properly. That's what Krishna, Anudvega Mana. So that's what he's saying. Anudvega, Krishna is saying. So very beautifully, we have to understand why Krishna is saying this words in Bhagavad Gita. Anudvega karam vakyam priyahitam satyam prihitam chayat. So anudvega priyam vakyam. So we have to understand that why that Krishna is using those words. Because the same Krishna, uh, later we'll see that how is he chastising Arjuna in the beginning. He's a genuine person. He's not simply chastising that. Arjuna could have thought, yes, actually, whole situation has been created for last 1 year, because when they decided to fight, it took 1 year for them to make arrangements. Where should be the hospital in that big field? Where should be the place for eating? Where should be the place for latrine and bathroom? Where should be the place for the meeting? Where should be place, or whether for Kauravas or Pandavas? So all arrangements was going on. So after all arrangements has done, and all the kings, neighboring kings, or whatever the kings, they all group together, and they all have come there to fight. Then Krishna, Arjuna is saying, no, not fight. So Krishna is generally, anyone will say, generally chastise, what has happened? You are gone mad or what? So isn't it? People generally say, what, you gone mad or what? So similarly, but here Krishna is, people think, oh, it's just like that. So everything has arrangement is going, and then you is going just like you have studied the whole year, and you say that tomorrow I'll not go to the exam. Huh? So if mother says, why you are not going, you should go. You should write, because genuinely she is saying that, because your son, she has to progress in life. But generally, if your neighbor house also, they will say, hey, why are you should go? You should go. You have so much have studied. So there is a difference here. The neighbor doesn't want you to really, you know, or just see this mother kind of relationship, or the neighbor kind of relationship is completely different. Both are saying that, but mother chastising the son, or the neighbors chastising the son, has always a difference there. So Krishna is genuinely, he is chastising Arjuna. That you have to say. That's what Krishna is saying here. That our speech should not be in such a way that it agitates someone. Anudvega karam vakyam. Anudvega karam vakyam. It should not be that. Why Krishna is saying? So, yeah, our teachers, our elders, our parents, they express strongly many times. But that brings a transformation in us, because we are dependent, right? So parents might try to correct their children. They may chastise children. They beat children. Why? And they give feedbacks. Why? Because genuinely they want them to grow. So here we have to understand that kind of genuinity is very much important. That's what Krishna is saying. Okay, polite way of speaking, gentle way of speaking, soft way of speaking, approaching people is all good. But why parents or teachers sometimes they become very you may say that they are, they become very assertive. They start speaking assertively. Even if parents speak assertively, it's good for the child only, because the child is dependent. If the same assertiveness is there from someone else, and we take it differently, right? So the parents or elders or our teachers, they use strong words for us to grow. Really, genuineness is there. So what, even though if the same parent, if he says, okay, you don't want to go to the exam tomorrow, your student will say, no problem, be polite. Actually, this kind of, nowadays, the trend has come up. Whatever child says, we have to allow the child to do whatever he wants. We should not interrupt. He knows what best to do. Don't beat him. Don't chastise him. Don't reprimand him. Actually, in Western countries, the children all get spoiled because of this. There is a number called as 911. And even a child just calls 911 and say, my mother is beating me. And immediately police will come. And police will ask, why you're beating your child? And child has called this. There's a child abuse. And even parents can go to the jail also. And who will take care of the child, yeah? Isn't it? Who will teach him? Who will grow? Because the nature of the child is to be like animal. And that's why all the crimes, the more crimes keep coming up in the Western countries. And that is a same Western kind of thoughts are there in our country also. Don't disturb a child. Let him grow by himself. Let him by, don't is not interrupt. Not disturb him. He knows best. So this way that doesn't work. That's what Chanakya Pandita also says. Lalayet panchavarshani, dashavarshani tadayet. Till 5 years, we have to just love and pamper the child. Dashavarshani tadayet. As he crosses the 5 years or 6 years, you should start beating him. Dashavarshani tadayet. Tadana. Till 15 years. So, sixth year to 15 years, like almost 10 years, you can nicely reprimand him, beat him, chastise him. Prapte tu षोडश वर्षे putram mitravadacharayet. When the child reaches 15 years, then consider him as a friend. Prapte tu षोडश वर्षे. So 16 years. When he finishes 15 years and go to 16th year, consider him as a friend. And very delicately, sensitively, we have to give the message. But behind all these things, there's genuinity in the parents, or the parents, or the teachers, or the elders, isn't it? And at some time, many a times, it also requires when you're grown up and things like that. Silence is also matters the most sometimes in effective communication. It is very mandatory. It is very much important. Sometimes you have to have silence. That's why when the two people start fighting each other, physical proximity is very much near. Physically, they are very near. But they're shouting, yelling, showing at hands at each other because the heart is very much far away. Each can't hear the other person. The heart is very away. The other person has to yell, has to shout, so that the heart which is very far away can hear this. Isn't it? That's what happens. So they raise their voice, they raise their voice, they raise their voice. Because emotionally they are distantful. So even though physically they are very together, they start shouting. Why you have to shout? Yeah, talk no properly. But they start shouting. Because they think that he can't hear this and I'm unable to convey my message to him. He is wrong or I am wrong, whatever it is. So they exert extra energy. They put out higher volumes to reach out that the person's ear. Hey, his ear is here only. No, you can listen. No, because his mind and heart is away. So that's what happens when there is a heated argument. When the anger is there, heart gets away, the mind gets away. But when the people who are in the love and with the cooperation, things like that, they speak very softly, they communicate very softly, or sometimes even just by even without talking only, they get connected. They say love us first sight. And what is that, right? Or just by your physical the bodily movements, you will able to communicate because the heart is very near, mind is very near, ears are very near. So that's what very important. It's very crucial for us when to speak, when to speak, what to speak, and at the same time, we should also know when not to speak and what not to speak, especially during some disagreement that intensified relationships, disagreement, intensified disagreements. So there's verbal quarrels which generally happens. That time, what you have to do sometimes when something is not working out is not keep yelling and talking and so, keep quiet. You should just accept the silence so that you can diffuse the tension. Definitely, if one person stops it, yes, you may think that, oh, I am that I'm accepting the defeat. No, we have a law and we have things like that. We can always go through that. That is different. But in a relationship, in a good relationship, if you want to develop a good relationship, silence is very much important. Accept the defeat in a good relationship if you want a good relationship. Forget about you're going and hitting someone's car or someone has hit your car. that we don't have any relationship with anyone. That I'm not talking about that. That the law will take care. But even in that situation, how you have to control yourself, how to become very sober and just take the kind of situation to this thing and without creating a ruckus and because what happens, when two people are fighting on a road, it totally disturbs each other's minds, but it disturbs all the people who are listening it. They all will make a group and they start listening that and making videos. And they also come some people do join this party, some people this party, the fighting happens. So we have to understand here, we have to learn the art of to develop the science of silence. That is very much essential to foster, to improve, foster relationships, especially in a family in relationships. Then that is a very healthy condition to always to silence yourself. Keep silent. Because simply indulging in arguments, you are correct, I am wrong, you are wrong, yeah, I am correct, this way, and it unless it goes to unnecessary topics. This is like a wildfire. Simply because the mind is such a thing, it all will be settled somewhere. Once one disturbance, everything will come out. Oh, you are like this, you are like that, like this. So many things, unnecessary topics will come, and it spoils our relationships. So we have to properly utilize the energy and the time which is given to us. And it should make our conversation, should make our life very meaningful. That is human life. We have to build the bridges with the words. We should not build the bridges with the walls. So we should be very conscious about what choices I make in our life. So, so next session we'll discuss more about how to have a mindful communication, and so that Krishna is saying anudvega. So priyam vakyam. So how we should be hita and also priya satya we have to tell, and also our vakya should be how it should be anudvega. So that we have to really think about, we have to work upon ourselves. We'll discuss more about this, and we have to how to cultivate more positive words in our relationships. So I have genuinity in our in an appreciation, genuinity in showing of gratitude to someone, saying thank you or sorry. That doesn't work. So there's just be genuinity in that, so that you inspire and strengthen a relationship. So we can also we'll discuss more about how to deal with our to have a sensitive relationship, sensitive communications. So over a period of time, we can also become more matured in our way of dealing, so that our relationship becomes more stronger and more productful and more fruitful. So having said this, thank you all for your patientful hearing. And if anyone has any questions, we can take it. Else, we can end this today's session. Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you all so much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.